Hi guys, TZ6 here, and today I'm bringing you a player review of the record breaker Peter Crouch, who broke the record for most headed goals in the Premier League. As you can see, I'm using a Stoke team, and looking at his stats, he's 6'7", he's got 3-star skills, 3-star weak work, medium work rates. I picked him up for about 36k, which I thought was cheap for a 24-hour player. He's only played a few games, but I think I got enough evidence to give a fair and unbiased review. Throughout this video, there's going to be a series of clips, good and bad, of him in game, and I'm going to be talking through his stats and what I thought about using him as a player in the game. Now first off, his pace. In game, he does seem much quicker than the given pace he has. I think it's about 50. He beat the likes of Cahill and Matt Hummels to the ball on many occasions. He can run on through balls, surprisingly. Also, he is a good target man, however, his pace does come into play when dribbling with the ball. Next up, his physical attributes. His strength has gone up by 11 compared to his normal card, so he's much stronger. However, in game he feels quite weak at times, easily getting pushed off the ball or pushed over. This worked to my benefit in game as he's won a couple of penalties for me. However, he can just get shoved off the ball at times when trying to hold up the ball or win a header. His passing, surprisingly, is much better in game than the stats suggest. He's really good at playing the give and go with a smaller, quicker striker such as DEAF, and he's also good at winning the ball in the air and nodding it down to a teammate. He can play the short passes, however, his through balls I found to be quite key during the games. His dribbling can probably be referred to as bipolar at times, because sometimes he dribbles like a Messi and then sometimes he knocks it on and has to run after it, and with his pace it's not the most beneficial thing to do. However, I found the most effective way was to use skills such as like a step over or an easy ball roll. They were the most effective against defenders and gave him a little bit of space to pull off a shot. Now, his heading was probably the most disappointing part of the review, as I found that he wasn't as good as expected, as he had 83 heading accuracy. I expected him to be scoring headers left, right and centre, but he got onto the ball most of the time, winning all the headed duels and whatnot, but he rarely found the target, and when he did, they weren't that powerful. I don't know whether it's because of his shot power being quite low, or whether that affects heading or not, but his heading was not that effective when shooting. Now, his shooting, inside the box, he was a clinical finisher. He scored pretty much anything that came to him inside the box. However, outside the box, he lacked power, didn't really challenge any of the keepers, as some clips have shown. On the other hand, his volleys, I've scored a couple of those with him, and his 82 stats seems to prove in game, but his 76 shot power definitely holds him back as a striker, and lacking the pace, he doesn't get into the box as often as he should. In terms of in-game, I found him to be less advanced as I'd like, as I found his work rate of being medium probably to influence his game negatively. Taking all of this into consideration, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10, as he was much better than expected, much better than his pace. He could finish quite well. It's just parts of his heading and maybe his dribbling that let him down. However, he was still a clinical finisher when it came to inside the box, and overall he was a decent striker, scoring 5 goals in 3 games for me, which isn't that bad as a striker ratio to start with. But that's all I've got to say on this, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and found it useful, please leave a like and subscribe for any future reviews.